Hey everybody,
Hello.
look who came to see Big Papa. Yeah, they come up. This is Aaron and his fiance Lauren.
Hello.
Gonna be married here in a little bit. So they came up to see the house and say hello. And gonna go in here and we'll do a little Bible study today. We're going to be in Proverbs again today, and chapter 5 or chapter 6 of Proverbs today. And this is the Strange Woman Part 2. The Strange Woman Part 2 is our lesson today. Last week we were in chapter 5. And remember that I said the Strange Woman is not necessarily about, it is, but it's not necessarily about adultery and the abuse of women, but it can be anything that replaces our devotion to the Lord. And so Solomon gives us some very important commands, how to separate ourselves from it, how to go back to our devotion. And then today in chapter 6, he gives us some more of that. Actually, he goes into it really in more detail, in a little bit finer detail. He gives us another commandment. He gives us a reason why we should follow the commandment. He does a little experiment. I have it in the outline, and I hope you'll download the outline. And the outline is called In the Lab of Life. And then the very last thing is the application. So Solomon goes into great detail. And this is in the second half of the chapter, beginning with the second My Son lesson in verse 20. So if you look at the outline, you'll follow right along with his declaration of this idea of replacement idolatry that happens, it can happen to any person, man or woman. So the strange woman is really just a metaphor for us, for the replacement idolatries that attack us in life. So you'll notice though that this begins with a wonderful section, begins with this wonderful promise in verse 22 and in 23. I hope that you'll especially meditate on that promise today. And then you'll see the section, how he goes into the detail of the replacement idolatry and what we're to do about it. He gives the command, the reason, the experiment, and then application. So I hope you'll enjoy this today. Make sure you download it. I've also, if you want more on this chapter, because there's a whole lot more in this chapter, the sluggard is dealt with on the first page in the outline. The first half, actually, of the chapter, he deals with the sluggard. He gives the example of the ant. He talks about the problem of usury and how it leads to that kind of laziness, the danger of it. And then he gives those 7 things that God hates. And on the outline, I have the 7 things, and there's a lead up to the 7 things that God hates. And it's the 7 things about the wicked mind. So look at all of that. I hope that you'll enjoy going through the outline and studying this 6th chapter of the book of Proverbs. I love you guys. I miss you. I'll see you soon.